Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello, farmers. Welcome back to the Pacific Northwest. You guessed it. I am doing the potato field in the south. What corner is it in? The southeast corner. So it's giving us 570 minutes, which comes out to be, quick math, 9.5 hours. And I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me do this for however long it takes me. But when I get close to being done, I'll bring you back. I do have GPS rocking, so I can do some other things while I sit here and watch it, make sure it turns where it should turn and all that. But I don't know, 4 hours, 5 hours, something there. That's when I'll see you again. But for you, I'll see you in a second. Almost 4 hours later, and here we are. I'm happy it's just 4 hours later. Yeah, I kind of cheated, turned on the GPS. I mean, I can't sit here for 4 hours harvesting this field. But I've been checking in on it once in a while because this field does have it's not a perfectly square field, so it could have stopped at one of those corners in the bottom left-hand corner. Oh, you can turn that off now. Been keeping an eye on it. I've had to make a couple adjustments a couple times because a couple times GPS just went a little haywire, I guess is the word I could use. But now we're just sitting here waiting for the circle to fill. Yeah, I've been doing other things as the computer wise, been going up and down, rendered a video. You know, just a couple other things, paid some bills, doing the things that one would do at a computer wise, killing time. But it's awfully dark out too. But this is going to go well to buying some new equipment. Obviously, the harvester for one. I think this is going to put us over 300 grand at this point. So buying a decent harvester, header, and trailer, you know, it means that we don't have to take out a loan, I don't think. Because what I can do after we harvest this field is then they'll probably have us fertilize it. And then they'll have us cultivate it. And then they'll have us seed it. So probably another, I don't know, maybe 30 grand to go in the bank from doing work on the field. I definitely won't be doing that now. Yeah, after this finishes, I'm quit recording and I'm going to bed because it's flipping late. Oh man, been at this for a while, making sure this gets done. But the farm needed it. The farm needs the cash. I couldn't resist, couldn't keep myself away from it. And I said, it'd be kind of interesting for the video. And there we have it. 117, well, almost 118 grand in just under 4 hours, even though they give you 9.5 hours to do it in. Oh, it's not even midnight. First thing I want to do, save game, because, you know, progress is not really saved during construction work, contracting work, whatever you want to call it. So if we were to look at another job, so yeah, fertilizing for 7 grand, then I'll get to cultivate it and then probably reseed it again for the winter. But this is where, well, you can see our money is up to 328,000 now. So it's looking good. So if we go to harvesters, you know, we can probably look at, I was kind of looking at this case, you know, if I said, well, if we jump up, I may get this case right here. It's a pretty decent harvester. A next step up would be this one right here, the Rostamash. But yeah, that's an extra 60 grand there. This is kind of the in-betweener. So it would either be the Massey Ferguson, where it can hold 8,600. This can hold another 2,000. So I don't know, you know, that's 80 grand step up for that. What kind of a header does this take? It takes the 30, 20, or the 412. So if we go here, so there's a corn header. And then it must take 35 footer. That's a pretty big header on that sucker. And then if I remember, I'm trying to see which header. I think the Massey Ferguson would have took the 25 footer, this one right here. So we get a 10 foot wider header by doing that. But it's something to think about. Wait a minute, where am I here? So that's what the Massey Ferguson would take. And I had lost my place already. Oh, here's the case. It would take this one right here, the 35 footer. It's a big difference in width, so something to think about. I'm pretty sure after I do this amount of fields here, or more work in this field here, and yeah, I still got a lot of work I can do in all these fields here, and all these fields will turn as well. This field hasn't, will be ready probably to harvest in a day or so, so more work there. But yeah, we're definitely going to have to buy the harvester because our fields are, they're just in the first stage of being ready for harvest, so it's not, we're not in dire need of it yet, but this is where I'm going to make a jump cut. In other words, I'm going to bed and I'll finish recording this episode another day. But yeah, that part of the job's done. So in the video, I'll see you in a second. Well, here it is the next morning after doing that field of potatoes. And look at the cash. 400 grand. That is nice. How do we get there? Well, it's pretty simple. You look at, what was it? Field job income. Well, there's 400 grand worth, and I've done 20 grand this morning. I mean, this morning, I mean, in-game morning. So what I did was, after doing the field of harvesting them, I also slurried it, cultivated it, and reseeded it. And then I did the work in these two fields, harvested, fertilized. I had to plow the field, cultivate it, and this one was just cultivating. So that's where all of our cash has come from, 400 grand. Also, if you take a look at our animals, cows are up 34%, and hopefully by the end of in-game day, they'll be getting some power food because, you know, we did the grass, we got silage going here. It's fermenting 38%. So the moo cows will be happy probably by the end of the day. You can see there's rain in the forecast. Yay! But we're kind of down here for a reason. Oh yeah, I also saw the pickup truck because I don't ever really use the pickup truck. And really I'm probably paying upkeep on that as it is. So I repaired it just to bring the value up, and I brought it down and sold it for 10 grand. So that's where we are, 400 grand. So why are we down here? Well, yeah, as you've been following the series, you know we need a harvester. So I've been arguing with myself over and over again. Let's see, okay, yeah, these two right here. So this is the one I've been looking at, the Massey Ferguson. I said this will be fine. You know, this would be a good buy for the farm. The price is decent for what it does. We get a decent size header at 25 feet. But now that we got 400 grand, I'm thinking, okay, but now we can go from 8,600 and 2,000 more grains. That's 25% more grains that this can hold, and you get a 10-foot wider header. And after doing some of the work up in those fields aren't as small as I thought. So this, you know, this would be getting full in those fields kind of often. So if we look at the fields here, because like you said, you know, these 4 fields here, we're going to make into one field. That's a decent sized field if you think about it. If you add these 4 together, and eventually, you know, if we try to buy all these fields and, you know, make this all one field right here, you know, make this one field, maybe make this all one field right here. Those are big fields. I mean, and these are decent, really. You know, they don't look that big on the map, but then when you start working it, okay, I haven't worked on this one because you can't. But this is a pretty big field. So, yeah, we need a harvester today. So, here we go. I mean, this is a decent sized harvester for the price we need. And bingo. We now have a harvester. And all of our money is just about gone. So, oh yeah, I kind of forgot. Which, the 3020, that's right. The 3020. So now we got to buy the header. The 3020, 35 feet. So there's another 46 grand. Out the door. And where are we here? There we are. Nice header. I don't think I've ever used this harvester. Well, what did I use in, no. In FS15 I did use a CR90, and pretty much in 17 I've also used a CR90. For many reasons. Let's fire up this puppy. Now the other thing that we're going to need, and I just realized there's no hitch on this system. Okay, so there's no hitch on this one, I don't think. Whoops. Can we connect to that? So let's also go in here. Header trailers. I believe I'm going to need this one here. Oh, we can get it in certain colors. Well, is that the rim color, main color? Yeah, we'll just keep it the base. There we go. Now I just realized I'm so used to having a harvester with a hitch on it, but I don't see a hitch on this one unless it's hidden underneath there, but I don't think it is. No, sir. So I'm going to have to bring the John Deere down. Looks like I was underground there for a second. I'll have to bring the John Deere down and put the header on the trailer and have the John Deere carry this up to the farm. So I'll be back with you in a second until I get this all straightened out. Alright, so there we have it. The John Deere is hooked up to the header. And it's been a long time since I had to put a header on the trailer, but I think for my first try I got it pretty much where I need it to be. I remember never try to put the header too close up towards the front. I kind of just lined at the back of the head with the back of the trailer. That was my train of thought. But let's hop into this bad boy right here and start up the engine. Let's not knock the header off now. Alright, let's see if I can remember the controls for follow me, because this can go horribly wrong. Is it control F? Yes. And shift. That was shift F. There we go, so control F for that. Alright. I don't know if, yeah, that was kind of stupid. I was thinking, how far do I need to be? The header's 35 feet, so maybe we better do that. Of course, I should have gotten a harvester and had the John Deere follow, but probably the harvester would get stuck just coming out. Oh, it's moving. I was like, is it going to move or what? Maybe 50 is too far back. Oh, he's going to get a whole bunch of... Yep, that didn't work out too well. Alright, change of plans. I'll be back with you in a second. Alright, we'll see how this works. I'm now in the combine harvester and I got the John Deere following me. And probably that I should have done it to begin with, because the combine's not going to go too fast for the John Deere to go completely haywire and knock the header off, I would think. Actually, I can't remember. Can the header actually fall off, or is that a locking trailer? Well, either way, John Deere Green's right behind us, and we're headed up the hill with our combine harvester. And we're about to put the combine harvester to use. I want to get this wheat cut and get some straw going, so we can bring the straw down and get ready to start making some total mixed rations for the moo cows. We just have to wait for the silage, but time we get done harvesting, baling, and bring it down, the silage should be somewhat ready. But that will probably be in a different episode. Today we're probably just going to harvest, maybe bale. Probably need to get the bales going before it rains. Yeah, I'm so used to the CR90 with the hitch in the back to where you can haul the whole header around. I just thought I forgot that every harvester does not have a hitch back there, so it's no big deal. I don't think I've ever used the case in the game, so it'd be a first for me. Hopefully there's no cars coming. I'm trying to make the corners wide so the John Deere takes the corners wide, but looks like he's doing just fine. Come on, John Deere, follow the leader. But we still have 61 grain in the bank, which is good. We do need to buy a stump grinder or maybe rent one, but I'm thinking more like buy one at this point. Oh, that John Deere's going to stuck because I took the corner way too wide. Or it took it perfectly. Okay. Thank you, follow me. Usually that doesn't work out, but... And I did it again. Yeah, I can't get used to this turning radius on this combine. Alright, what? I forgot, how do you stop following me? I remember how to... oh, it's Shift F, I believe. Yeah, Shift F, not Control F. It's coming back to me. Alright. I think what we'll do is we'll sneak in this way. Crop destruction is not on, but, you know, I'm trying to treat it like it somewhat is. Actually, we'll back it up to here. Articulated trailers, not good with them, not good with them. Alright, that's good enough for now, because I'm sure I'll mess it up even more. And bingo, we got a header on a combine. Now, what I need to do, I think I'll just try to park this right here. We'll disconnect that, and we'll turn the John Deere off for now. But he'll have to go get our trailer pretty soon. Alright. See if I can remember all the buttons. I should be able to. The one thing I can't tell is the straw disable. We want the straw swath on. I can say it. I swear I can. Alright, it's time to harvest some of our own crops. I can feel our bank account going up already. Let me set the cruise control on here. Already 10% full. Wow, okay. Now we're going to try to put this wheat in storage because the sell price is better during the winter. So we're going to have to hold on to this probably for about 6 days or so. Somewhere around there. And then we'll sell it and make some more cash, which would be good because this farm needs us a little bit more stuff. We got a really good foothold now. We got a harvester, so that's very important. But we do need a bigger plow and a seed drill. I probably need to take off these headlands right here because those trees are going to be in the way. But what I'm going to do right now at this point is jump cut. I'm going to harvest this field and see how much we get out of this little sucker. So I'll see you in a second. So I figured I'd bring you back for an update. As you can see, we're in our second field of wheat. The combine harvester is full, and so is our trailer. So we need to bring it back to the farm and unload it. I probably should have had this unloading while I was refilling the combine harvester, but you know, I'm stupid and don't think ahead sometimes. So yeah, deal with it. Yeah, sheep. How you guys doing? So when I bought this trailer, I was actually thinking this trailer is probably too big for the fields that we're doing, but actually it's probably about the right size that we need. And the good news is we have to go too far to where we store it. Now if I remember, this is a tipping trailer, but I think I should be able to choose how it gets tipped. Do I have the choice on here? Tip side back. Tip side grain door. Grain door. That's what I probably want to use. But it's still tip side grain door. So either way it's gonna lift up. Now is there a collision there? Yes there is. Do I have to go all the way back in? I don't. So I have to kind of remind myself about that next time. So there is a collision there. I was wondering about that. But looks like if I just back the wheels up, the first set of wheels on the concrete like that, I should be fine. Just have to keep that in mind. But the reason why we're storing the wheat, if we go, I can't remember if I showed this before, but if we go in the seasons, wheat, this is the price for wheat now, and usually by the third or fourth day of winter, you can see roughly now it's somewhere around 700. And if we wait until like the third or fourth day of winter, it could be somewhere around upper 800s, maybe 900. So yeah, that's quite a big difference. But I need to head back up the field. Is the engine still on the combine? No, it turned itself off. I kind of forgot the engine was on. It's had to heck with it. But yeah, I'm so used to Farmer's Dynasty and the fields there and the yield I get out of those fields. I was not expecting this much of a yield out of these fields actually. I kind of forgot how they yield per se. But it's yielding in a good way. So I'm going to go back to harvesting. I got the rest of this field. And that field's right there to do today. And probably when we get done, we'll call it an episode. Because in the next episode, we'll be baling up the straw. Well, that was terrible backing up, Peanut. Holy crap. Let me pull it forward just a little bit, please, so I can be out of the way of the harvester when it goes back around. I'll turn the beacons off. Don't need the beacons in the field. Yeah, but next episode, what we'll have to do is bale it, pick up the bales, and bring them down to the moo cows and start making some total mixed rations. I can say it. I promise. And I can't remember when it rains. Can you still pick up bales? That I don't remember. But if I keep it at ×1 speed, I think we'll be fine. But first things first, I need to get back to harvesting these fields because you can't do anything else until we harvest them, right? So I'll bring it back when I'm in the other field and just finishing up, and we'll wrap up the episode. So I'll see you shortly. In our last field, harvesting away. And in this field, I went with the chopped straw because I wanted to see if this map had the chopped straw mod, because I couldn't remember if it did or didn't. And it looks like it does. We'll know if it truly does work when we go to cultivate it. Do we get a fertilizing stage out of it, which we should. I have made another trip to the storage with a trailer full, so we've gotten about 60... so that trailer holds 61, so we've gotten about 62,000 grains so far. And I've emptied the combine once again, so we're probably going to end up with somewhere around, I'm going to say 80,000, somewhere in there. That's what it looks like anyways. So I didn't mind doing chopped straw in this field because I think all the straw we got in the first two fields, that's more than enough to make some total mixed rations for us for the first winter. We only got 10 cows, so it's not gonna, they're not going to take too much. And also what we're going to do with these fields is we're going to prep them right away, and we're going to reseed them for the winter. With what yet? I don't know. I could go with wheat again just to get more straw. But I was kind of thinking of canola. That's the Farmer's Dynasty in me coming out. You know, winter's coming, you want to plant canola. But I'll figure it out when it comes time to plant it. Now, the good thing so far is we still haven't needed a loan for anything. We don't own no money. That money we got up there is ours. But you know, it's coming time to seed these things again, but I would love to get the horse seeder that fertilizes and seeds at the same time. That's 60 grand, which I think it's 60 grand, which we have. The problem we have is we do not have a tractor that is powerful enough to operate that. So yeah, I mean, I guess I could take out a loan and look into that, but I mean, we'll get the money back in no time because we got this grain that we're storing, and eventually we're going to sell it. I mean, it's not a bad thing to have a loan, but I was just trying to do without a loan. But also, do we really need the seeder still right away? We let a GPS worker go on it, and it's not going to be too hard. Actually, it'd be more like a course play worker is what I'd probably use. Yeah, so it's something I gotta think about, because we're just not seeding 2 fields anymore, because now we got these 4 up here. Part of me just wants to wait until next spring before we, you know, go ahead and do that. But for today, folks, we got ourselves a harvester. Without having to dip in for a loan, and we still got 60 grand in the bank. Oh yeah, the other thing I take into consideration as well is this field right here has not turned for me to harvest yet. So I'm going to get money for harvesting this field. And then, has it been plowed? I believe I did plow it. Yeah, it doesn't need plowing. So, yeah, I'll get money for harvesting it, fertilizing it, and cultivating it, and reseeding it. So, yeah, we're going to get more money there. To do jobs up here, I'm going to be kind of picky about doing these, like these small fields here. I'm probably not going to do anything more in them. Now that we got the farm pretty much under our belt a little bit, I'm going to be kind of more picky of what jobs I do. I'm not going to sit here and say, well, it's $800. I'm going to do it. I need the cash. We're not desperately needing cash anymore. We got everything that we need to run the farm. Now I'm going to park the combine harvester just right over here because this field should be ready in a day or so, along with our other fields, but it can sit here for a day or so. This we need to go put in storage. Yeah, so next couple days, well, at least in the next episode, I shouldn't say days because I'm used to Farmer's Dynasty where I just record a day and that's it. The next episode, what we'll be doing is baling up the straw and picking up, bringing it down to the cows. We're going to start making some total mix ration for them because the silage will be ready at some point in the in-game day. Last time I checked, I think it was like 30 some odd %. So, yep, we'll have the straw. We got the hay. We got a full trailer of hay down there. And we got like 100,000 liters of silage that's getting made. And that should be more than enough for those 10 cows for a while. I don't plan on buying any cows again this year because their health is so low. Their health status, I should say, is so low that the reproduction rate and the rate they make milk is kind of low. But hopefully by the time we give them total mix rations, their health will hopefully skyrocket up pretty good because total mix rations 30% of their base food. So last time I delivered in here, if you get the Joskin trailer or any trailer that tips, just slowly back up until you get the icon, and my wheels are like right there, and then dump it, and I get a little bit of collision, but it's not going to rock the tractor and trailer everywhere. At least it didn't last time. I didn't have a full enough trailer to activate it. Since we are done collecting grain for now, we'll close this up. And it's going to rain, so we might want to just put the trailer away. But the next thing I need to do is grab the baler and start baling before the rain hits. But that'll be in the next episode. So I'm going to park the John Deere over by the baler. And I just realized a lot of stuff that we need is down by the moo cows, but that's fine. That's fine. The other thing I wanted to show you before we actually end the episode, I can't remember if I shown the chickens or not. Yeah, I should probably explain last episode. So I started recording the last episode, and just as I was, I forgot what I was doing. Oh, I was doing harvesting in this field here, and my PC just froze right up. I had to restart the PC, and I figured that my episode, the part I was recording would be on the hard drive. It was on the hard drive. When we go to play it back, nothing there. So I didn't take that into consideration when I started recording. I just figured, well, I've already said hello farmers and all that stuff. So I just continued the recordings. I figured it would be on there, and it was lost. So I think I talked about the chickens here. So if we go to where the chickens are, you can see that we got 96 eggs. Not bad, girls. Not bad. Doing well. I think, does it say how many eggs I sold? I think 128 eggs and bed. So does it say? Yeah, it doesn't even show eggs in coop because they're not actually in the coop. But I think I sold 128 eggs and I got $1,000 for them. Yeah, right here. I think that's the other. So that's almost like $1,000 worth of eggs sitting there. So that's a good thing. But while we're here, let's just take a quick trip also down and see the moo cows. No, not the dolly. The cows here. If we jump over here, it's at 40%. And it doesn't tell you how much silage is in here when it's being fermented, but I think it's 120,000 or so. But we'll need this trailer to pick up all the straw bales up there. So I'll probably just auto unload these. It'll be hard to fit in there. I can pull the trailer in there and auto load. Yeah, I'll unload them in here probably, and we'll go pick up some straw up there in the next episode. So yeah, the next episode you can look forward to baling and picking up bales and bringing down here. And we'll start throwing some of those hay bales in the mixer, which is over there. Yeah, I think it's just right where that dot is, right over there. And we'll put some straw in there as well, and then that way when the silage is ready, we'll dip that in there and get some going as quick as we can, start feeding those cows so their health goes up. But their health is not doing too bad. If you remember, we started at 7%. Actually, it's jumped up to 34% now. So, yeah, we get that in there. That's 30% their base food. So this should jump up faster and faster and faster. The sheep are doing just fine. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode, and I appreciate you watching as always. And until next time on the Pacific Northwest, have a good one.